This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, the one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, wearing the green.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater. Shakespeare has nothing on the drama that we've seen between these two fighters.
Todd, one of a kind, yes it is. You get fighters that know exactly what they want. They're driven, they're ambitious, and that makes a perfect machine.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Missed with that right uppercut. Nope, that jab not going to score. That hook was off target. Multiple world titles are on the line, a chance to really become a legend here and make some real history. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. And down goes Steamboat. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I need to see that again.
It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Has to be. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. You've got to wonder how. And there's the bell for round two. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like...
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. This may do it. It's all coming to an end. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Stamina is off the charts. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. this is the top. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in.
And Steamboat goes down. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. They're going to pick things up halfway. Hold that thought! At some point, the corner has to say you're done. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Those counter punches have to hurt. This is a historical moment. Did you see that? Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? How are they still standing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's see how the game plan changes after. Here we go to the 4th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Beautiful counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so... Well, wait a minute. And it's lights out. That will do it. What a knockout win. What a knockout headshot. Are you okay? You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali. You can see who has the power advantage. Up against them, Steamboat. And they'll have a nice reach advantage. These two will be fighting in the heavyweight division. Muhammad Ali from the United States of America. In their last fight, they got knocked out. Let's see if they can bounce back in this one. And they'll be facing Steamboat from the United States of America. And they hold the SCI Continental title. The last time we saw them...
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America, the one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the green trunks trimmed with cyan. Here is the current Continental Heavyweight Champion, Steamboat.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Here we go for round one. They both want the knockout. Here's a scoring blow. Multiple world titles are on the line. A chance to really become a legend here and make some real history. And down goes Steamboat. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, four. Give me your ball.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Nice defense on that hook. How about that time counter shot? And that hook misses. And it's lights out. That will do it. What a knockout win. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Listen to me. Are you okay?
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. And they will enjoy a power advantage. Up against them, Steamboat. And they do have a reach advantage here. Get ready for these two heavyweights. Blink, and it could be over.
The taller of the two needs to make sure they stay long, stay sharp, stay focused, use that reach, use those long legs to parry off, to keep the distance, keep the space between the two of them to make the fight easier.
And yes, he is the greatest, Muhammad Ali, from the United States of America. The last time we saw them in action, they suffered a very tough KO. Let's see how they respond here. And they'll be facing Steamboat from the United States of America. And they hold the SCI Continental title. Their last fight, they scored a spectacular knockout win.
The height, how is that going to happen? He's going to need a step ladder to hit this fighter.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, the one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, wearing the green trunks trimmed with cyan, here is the current Continental Heavyweight Champion, Steamboat.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. That big hook doesn't land. Good counter punch. Good defense stopping that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. In the ring again to try and challenge for multiple world titles. Will their legendary status be cemented in history? Perfect counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Straight right just misses. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? You don't want to trade shots. The referee really thinking about stopping it. Competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. Nice counter shot. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. That uppercut can't get through. That counter shot lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Straight right just misses. Big shot, and down goes Ali. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe, or do they play defense here?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the...
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. It's not over till it's over. There's the bell to start round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They exchange punches. That jab misses. How about that time counter shot? This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That left hook misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. Missing with the left hook. Missing with the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan. Here we go to the 4th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. That left hook won't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Somehow weathered the storm.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
No doubt the career is winding down. How many fights do they have left? He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. And down goes Steamboat. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four. Come to me.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
If that but ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. On to the 6th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. And he scores with the counter. So much for defensive abilities. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Is he going to punch himself out, though? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Cardio was put in for this fight. It may come down to that. And there's the bell for round 7. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Punch himself out, though. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Green Days now needs to step.
And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming.
1, 2, 3. 9. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched him? The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down! Do you believe it? And it's a... one-hitter quitter! What a knockout shot!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
One. There's the bell to start round 8. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Fighter expending a lot of it, and Steamboat goes down. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we continue.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's time for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Holding nothing back here in the round. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. So it's and we enter the ninth. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Swing and a miss with the hook. The straight right just misses. Looking to land the hook. And that is it. Steamboat has been stopped. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there.
Are you all right?
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.